This is Deckard 6, and welcome back to Empire of the Sands. I was looking briefly at how the Ottomans were doing, and they're destroying their war right now. So we don't have a long time where we're guaranteed that they're going to be busy and unable to interfere with us. So let's get to work. First thing to do is raise our military maintenance, so that our armies can actually, fight. There's nothing more embarrassing than declaring a war and then watching your enemy engage first because you forgot to raise your maintenance. And we'll use them as the actual... Oh, we don't have the trade cause belly at the moment. That disappeared for some reason. Alright, do we actually have any other cause bellies we can get? Can we get a fabricate claim? We can, and Tajura. Well, that's an important province anyway. It sort of changes the nature of the war. But it'll still work. Once that claim's done, we'll invade. Yeah. You saw last time I checked, and we had the embargo claim. Embargo justification, but we lost that apparently at some point. It's quite possible they just lost some trade power, or they'd only had enough trade power from some event boost to interfere to cause them to get the trade superiority cause belly. I'm not entirely sure. Perhaps they were receiving trade power from somebody and that treaty expired. That's another thing I could possibly do it. Oh, do I completely turn around and go after them while... It's a good province, and I want to grab it when they don't have any allies. My troops are already all stationed down here. I'm already committed down here. I've said I'm going to go for Ethiopia, and I'm going to do it now. And it runs the risk of them getting allies, particularly Persia, to back them up. Oh, and the time that I had delayed because of the lack of cause belly has given me that mission completed. Excellent. And I can now protect our brethren, which will be just a small little, boost. And now we have our cause for war. And we will totally call in their ally because we're planning on grabbing at least 3 provinces from them. Capital Florence don't have a zone of control. Ugh, I hate either of these. More power to the nobles. Well, I guess their army's just running away then. Probably to join up with the Ethiopian army. Yeah, here it comes. Big surprise. Where are they going? They're going to Beha. Ooh, my general kicked the bucket. I need to get you back into territory so you can get a new general. I want a general on this front. They actually have... Yeah, they have a moderate general. I have a better general. And they don't have numeric superiority of any kind, so I have no problem just moving in to engage them. Wow, they just don't have a lot of men at all. And I lose another king. They're just dropping like flies. I was commenting earlier at some point we're going to have a lot of lost ability due to older kings. Alright, my young heir is pretty good. I really like that 6 in admin. I'm going to boost ability again. Compensate. Probably... I did never mothballed you. I can just send you straight here to gain control of the straits. Excellent. And then Oh, popular noble, get reputation, it's not bad. This war is basically going textbook, as far as I can tell. Everything I want out of it is happening. Whoa, I don't want to cross that. Oop, I'm already committed. Well, I guess you're crossing without a leader and taking a crossing penalty, and you're still winning the fight. It really sucks to be Ethiopia right now. When my oops, I thought I accidentally sent my army to my death turns into yet another victory. So, you guys probably want out, don't you? No? You're like, no, we're still gung-ho about this. Oh, it's because you still control your capital fort in the area. That's why. Well, we'll see how long that lasts. Meanwhile, my vassals are now reaching into Ethiopia to start gobbling up some of their outlying territory. Alright, I need to redeclare my office, denouncement. There we go. Still not as good as it was at other points, but it's at least passable now. You know, I can actually have a second leader right now, so I can totally just recruit you and send you in. Now you want peace, don't you? Alright, grab those 3 territories, and whatever gold you have on hand. Thank you very much. You need to go back here real quick. Should have waited until you finished your journey. Oh well. We'll start coring these real quick. And then the goal is basically to... Well, they have a good position there. Too bad they're just going to get destroyed. Yeah, it's just not going well for them. Where's their capital? Shewa. Okay. I wish the capital fort always still had the star next to it. It just shows up to be like, oh, and by the way... This is the capital, like, special level fort, when you just see the star on a fort. It's weird half-level forts that capitals always have. Unless you build a real fort on them. So my goal right now is just to get 1 territory out of them, and then inflict humiliate and war reparations. And they have no more allies. So let's see. 1 province. Still not even willing to give me that yet. Probably because I'm just going to take the fort. Which I just did. And humiliate. And war operations. And whatever gold you have on hand. Not quite willing to give me that yet, are you? No. Even Christians can be allies. For now. Wow, I'm having some problem with armies getting locked into movement, and I'm not... when I'm looking at speed 4. I really should slow down to speed 3 when I'm at war. Because I finally lost my first battle to the Ethiopians. Conquer El Oried. Where's that? Ugh, if only we had common sense. Oh well. And I'll just boost that stability right back up again. If either of these sieges would get done, I'd be able to go and, you know, dive their army off of that siege. Hell, if any of these sieges got done, they'd probably go into surrender. as my vassals have been doing a fairly good job of just running around and grabbing the outlying provinces while I fight the siege. Now it's changed to Hamsign, which I believe... no, it's not there. Are these Ethiopian provinces? Potentially. Ah, now I've lost the siege of my... This is the problem I was having. Why can I not get there? Oh, Harar is a zone of influence. Gosh darn it. You can come back around the long way and recapture that. You can move into Harar. Yeah, weird zone of influence things. Or I can't... There's a fort here to prevent me from marching through here to reach the fort here. Which of course means I don't have the fort control near that province, so they're unlikely to give it to me. Ethiopia is just covered in forts even compared to some of the other, Arabian powers I've been up against. I wonder what the difference in development is. I mean, they're mostly 1-1s and low. Well, we got some 2-2s. They're actually... Wow, I lose yet another king. They literally have been dropping like flies. Holy crap. And I have a 2-year-old region. And I haven't been putting my kings as generals. This is not kings dying in battle. These are just kings choking on grapes and keeling over. Which unfortunately means I won't be able to immediately wheel around. Oh. So, Persia ate them. Persia did what I was going to do. Which is inconvenient. I'll have to go and fight a major war to get that at some point. But, for the time being, I've already exhausted my manpower too. Good thing I let it recover, didn't, Some small, just random in-game things forced good decisions upon me. Oh, poor me. Come on, I need these forts to fall, darn it. They're so close to being willing to surrender. There we go. There we go. Defeat their army in the field once more. What little is left of it. I think they're hiring mercenaries all over the place now. And we'll grab a couple newer... Oh, they're totally willing to accept now. Bing! Alright. Pull one army back up to the Little Levant. It's sort of a good middle ground. I'll have one down here to keep these guys in line. One down here to keep... No, I just want you. You're supposed to go to Damascus. And you're not quite ready for vassalization. Alright, I don't care if Ethiopia is no longer a valid rival. I got what I wanted out of them. I got that huge farm of power projection. Just look at that. Look at that. It's awesome. I'll send a nasty letter to the Timurids to kind of keep it up for a little while. You stink and you smell bad. They're at war with Persia. Interesting. As long as they don't get forced to break all their treaties with me, I don't care what goes on with their war with Persia. Hell, if I lose more men, it could potentially, help me with my vassalization efforts. Now I need to let manpower recover. Yeah, I'm not conquering anything right now, dudes. Could I conceivably get Spain up to 100? Oh, we're also dealing with Mega Spain. The Spain that has united all 3 crowns. I could conceivably get Spain up to 100, but it's probably not worth it. I don't have anything else I'm doing at the moment. And it's extra diplomatic power. Sure, why not? See if I'm able to get them up to 100 before the other bonuses I have tick away. Everything's proceeding smoothly over here. Do I have enough I could theoretically hire? Yeah. Investing in points. I'm really glad I have the extra income at the moment. War reparations, plus the actual booty I carried off from the war, have made a decent-sized difference at the moment. Okay, really? Really? Right after I take the, hey, let's see if we can make Spain like us decision? It's like, no, we're your rival. Like, well, now it's not going to happen. Alright. Courthouse. Excellent. Well, okay, courthouses are no longer the big deal they used to be. I mean, minus revolt risk is kind of nice, but you have to be feeling really wealthy to be willing to just spend money on minus revolt risk. Alright. I think I'm going to pick up defensive first. Particularly with all this desert land, defensive is really good for the Mamluks. Because the extra enemy attrition and your ability to have less attrition yourself when you're probably still fighting in tough land. Like, I think that's probably the reason we lost a lot of our men. It's just the supply caps in these areas we were marching through were not that great. Well, this area actually down here is actually drylands, which isn't too bad. It's like farmland's ugly cousin. Let's see, what else could we do? Why? What other buildings do we want here? We have the temple. That's definitely good. Oh, we want a barracks, definitely. Because I'm thinking it produces grain, which doesn't have much value and never gains value. So it's not really worth building extra production buildings here. It doesn't have a trade multiplier, but extra trade in general could be useful. I also want to build a workshop to go along with the temple and the marketplace. Because you produce spices, which have a decent base value and will only get... Aha! This guy's a lot worse. I really wish I had a civil war rather than just instantly moving to a new sultan. On the bright side, you know, no more regency. We can now act in war again, and I need to raise stability as soon as I can. Right, so that's a thing that happened, and I had no control over it. I really want to be able to make Persia a rival. Please let me make Persia a rival. Why can I have the Timurids as a rival still and not Persia? I apparently got a pretty good general. I can get rid of this 1-2-1 guy and put the new general I got by event in. Oh no, that's not the 1-2-1 guy. Where's the 1-2-1 guy? Like, you got stuck here for whatever reason. Probably because the way through Hijaz is closed. Oh, you're a good one. I got rid of the... Okay, I actually did move the guy I wanted to. Alright, so now you're... kicked out. Excellent! Still potential rebels that are going to happen here. So I need to keep you around. Still potential rebels that are going to happen here. Do I have any conversions I should be doing? No. Because I lost a ton of piety recently. Well, if I'm not actively doing conversions, I might as well introduce the Yija so that I have extra income. Why the heck not? And we get some lower technology costs, some extra manpower, some extra... And our religious unity is pretty good anyway. It's not too bad. And we can afford to be a little lower piety at the moment. We can go help our vassal a little bit. Hejaz, are you willing to accept vassalization yet? That's basically gonna be the theme of like the next 5 episodes. Are you willing to bend the knee? No? Well, I guess I gotta conquer some more. Are you willing to bend the knee? Nope, I guess I gotta conquer some more. Hey, Poland, you're finally fighting the Ottomans, eh? Poland, Moldavia, Teutonic Order, and Lithuania, Serbia, the Papal States, Nogai, QQ, Timurids, Multan, Kashmir, Ladakh, and Uzbek. The Ottomans have their plate full. Let's check the cheat ledger real quick. They still got an army. So they're not beaten yet. And it looks like it's probably their allies' territory that has been actually being occupied. Still, it's at least keeping them busy. The longer they're kept busy and not dealing with us, the bigger a coalition, a bigger a country I can have. Because as it stands, if I know they're coming for me, I might even just abandon the Levant immediately. Just burn it and force them to sit on those forts with scorched earth and see if I can burn through their manpower. Problem is, there's no good place to just immediately draw up a second line. There's no place where you have a line of mountains you could station some troops and force them to come through. There's always gaps in the mountains. And, Tigris and Euphrates River Valley is just open and flat. So that's not going to make a good barrier. I think they're the ones with actually... that's not even that, it's not a perfect barrier. Adana is drylands. Timurids are no longer a valid rival. Figured that would happen. Oh, and here's some of the rebels I was waiting for. Alright, Alright, first things first. Get rid of the embargo. No, not transfer trade power. Folk embargo. See who's available for rivals. Man, I do not like that list. Muscovy, I guess, for the time being, kinda. That'll work. I think the game thinks I'm a lot bigger than I actually feel. Perhaps I just feel a lot smaller than I actually am. Well, let's consider a possibility. You've been fighting a war with Amman and Hejaz for a while. Oh, they're taking Hormuz. That's what they're doing. It's another territory I have to take back from them. So there's 2 territories I need to take from Persia. Take this. And I need to take this, potentially. If their occupation is successful. Pay the prestige to keep the points. Look at the culture map for a second. So, Kurdish isn't the same culture group, so it's not really that big a deal if I give my Kurdish vassals some Persian land to weaken Persia. What is my long-term plan with AQ? I mean, they're a horde, so they either have to reform their government, which they're not doing anytime soon as they took religious ideas, or they start to rapidly use useless by the end of the century. Their troop quality is just not gonna scale. So at some point, I think I'm going to need to annex them. It's just an inevitability at this point. It's something that has to happen. Persia's war's over. Slight victory for them, it looks like. And Ottomans have finished their wars without really... Just losing a little Crimean land to Poland, is that what it looks like? I'm not even losing any Crimean... Oh, yep, little Crimean land to Poland. Alright. I mean, I can't keep them long term. I have to accept that. I'm going to have to annex them in the near future, I think. Really, like, I prefer them in their current form, but without a reformed government, they're not going to scale. And that leaves me sort of open to this mess that is the Caucasus. Tabaristan. What's your primary culture, Tabaristan? Yeah, where's the primary culture thing? They're part of the Azerbaijani culture group. Arg, rebels. Go deal with them. I'm trying to plan vassals. So the Azerbaijani group is part of the it's actually part of the Turkish group, so it's not that great a group. Still, they're at least one. Having them control Azerbaijan for me could be potentially useful. And then I could maybe have a Caucasus vassal up here. And that would sort of constrain Ottoman's expansion to the east. It's a possibility. Because particularly the Caucasus, I'd really like to have vassals rather than conquering because of the huge extra point cost for occupying the Caucasus. They all have that 50% extra frickin' ideas, and it's annoying as hell. I don't like having to pay more than I feel like I should for terrain. Can you have a Jean? I'm pretty sure Jean is a boy's name. Though, if you die quickly, you will be underage. So die quickly and I'll get a regent. So Persia's recently looking like my next major target. I really wish they'd actually get the option to make them a rival first. I keep checking that every once in a while. Can I rival Persia? No, I can't rival Persia. You have no allies still. You know what I'm going to do? I'm actually going to move you all the way back around. Actually, no, you can stay here in Persia. You're going to come down here, and you're just going to gobble them up so I can have a land connection. That's what I'm going to do. Fabricate some claims. I can claim their whole territory. Hey, are you ready to vassalize yet? Oh, so close. So close, but not quite. If I were to expand my military, I might be able to convince you. Well, what do I want to do? Because I need to expand my military soon. Ottomans have been expanding theirs. Gosh darn it. Regional nobles challenge. Once again, I don't care if some small little area gets some extra autonomy. Whatever. What was I thinking? Damn, my brain went completely dead. Right, military expansion. That's what I was thinking. We do have like 10 more cap now. I need to think about what I'm going to do. I'd love to be able to build more cavalry, but as you can see, our finances really won't support that at the moment. Same with artillery, so I might just have to just throw more infantry at the problem, which is really a more World War I solution to problems than anything else. Have a problem? Throw infantrymen at it. I also might start standardizing our layout here. I think for right now, I might do 10-8-2 as my goal for a standard army layout. Does that seem like a good one? 10 infantry, 8 cavalry, 2 artillery. I'm going to want more artillery. Just I can't afford them right now. And how far away is that point at which artillery really starts being useful in combat? It's at 16, which we're not at yet. We still got some time. Ugh. Who cares what they think? Alright, next time for a tech level. Next one up is an influence idea. Just make some more claims on you. I'm in no rush to force the war. It's mainly a... Whoa, getting a little hiccup there. There we go. I'm like, don't crash on me. And I have autosaves. Ooh. So for whatever reason, my CPU usage is going way up. Something's probably running in the background, some antivirus or something. Let me pause this, see if I can find that real quick.